The teams that actually get better over time aren't the ones that never lose. They're the ones that know what to do after the loss. Think about the film session the day after a tough game. The good coaches aren't there to punish anyone, and they're not pretending the loss didn't happen. They're doing something very specific, looking at what the tape actually shows and keeping that separate from who the players are as people. As a leader, you're running a film session whether you know it or not. The question is, what kind? Here's what I see on both ends. Some leaders treat every loss like a crime scene. Missed deadline, lost contract, failed launch. Suddenly there's an investigation. We need a suspect. And the debrief becomes a sentencing. People figure out what's up pretty quickly. And once they do, their goal isn't to do great work, it's to avoid being a failure. That creates hesitation, it kills honest communication, and it builds up a kind of team scar tissue that shows up every time something new and risky is on the table. The other end is quieter, but just as costly. Some leaders just keep moving after the loss. No debrief, no reflection, just forward motion. And the thing is, motion can feel like progress. But if you never look at why things broke down, you're going to call that same play over and over again. Different game, same result. I want to look at a quote that relates to this. It's from the legend of auto racing, Enzo Ferrari. He was notorious for his high standards and work ethic. Here's his quote. "There's always something to learn. One never stops learning, particularly when one is losing. When one loses, one knows what has to be done. When one wins, one is never sure." What a great insight. This is what I call a healthy loss response. It lives in the middle between obsessing over failure and ignoring it. It has three key parts. First, let the loss land. A deal your team worked on for 6 months just flopped. A great employee just quit. Your engine blew up with 3 laps to go. The pain is real. Name it and let it sink in. See, when leaders skip this step, the feeling doesn't go away, it goes underground. And it comes back later as doubt, conflict, or a team that stops going after goals that really matter. Second, separate the event from the people. It's not who caused this, but what produced this outcome. Walk the timeline, look at the key decision points, find out the assumptions that turned out to be wrong. That's the tape. That's what you're reviewing together. The moment you make a person the problem, curiosity shuts down, and you've lost the whole point of the session. All right. Third, carry something forward. The debrief only pays off if something actually changes. What do you now know that you didn't know before? What does that mean for the next race, the next project, the next time this situation shows up? This is what turns a loss into something the organization owns and acts on. It's not a black eye, but it's really a hard-earned insight. One more thing. Your team is watching how you respond before they decide how they're going to respond. Your first words after something goes wrong, your tone, your questions, that's the actual policy here, not the one in the handbook, the real one. That's why having a healthy loss response is one of the top factors in creating high-performance teams. The best coaches in the world lose games. What separates them from the rest is what happens in the film room the next day. So, what kind of film session are you running? Lead in 5 is a weekly video I send to leaders who want to get better at the work of leading and not just the theory of it. Each week we'll tackle a leadership challenge or opportunity in 5 minutes or less. I'm glad you're here. Now, go lead well. I'll see you next week.